Hi, everybody. For today's reading and writing lesson, we're going to be working on a group project. We're going to be working on an end of the year slide presentation, and we're going to be working on it together. So when you get this presentation, everybody's going to be able to edit it. And since everyone's able to edit, we have to have some rules. We're going to be making this slideshow, and everybody's going to get their own slide with their own name on it. Here are some things that you have to do or can do. Number one, this is something everyone must do. You must add to at least 3 different people's slides. And if you want to do more than 3, that's okay too. Number 2, you can add no more than 2 things to each page or slide. You can add 1 picture and then 1 sentence or a phrase, or you could add 2 sentences or phrases. You can write a sentence about why this kid is awesome, a word that describes them in a nice way, or you could write your favorite memory of them. It says you can add 1 picture that you think they would like. Keep it small though, so no more than 2 things to add. 1 can be a picture if you want to, but it doesn't have to be a picture. And if you choose a picture, it can only be 1. Number 5 on the list says, if you add anything that's not appropriate, we'll not be able to include you in our activity moving forward. So that means you won't get to add any more. I'll take you off the list of people that are allowed to edit. Number 6 says, try to be specific and really thoughtful to make each kid feel special. Number 7, if it's your name on the slide, if it's the slide that has your name on it, that's your slide, and you may insert the background and change the font color or the font style if you'd like. So when it's your slide, you can make the font, the color, the background look different. When it's somebody else's slide, you can just add things to it. Let me show you an example. This is an example of a student named Julie. Several people went through and wrote nice things or memories about Julie. Julie is a great kid. I love being her classmate. I like this one. In blue, it says, Julie can answer a problem faster than anyone else. This person highlighted their text to make it stand out down at the bottom. It says, Julie is so nice and she is a great friend. Some people added in a couple of little pictures that they thought Julie would like. Let me give you an example of how you might make some changes to your slide. The first slide in the presentation is my name, so I can make changes to it. Now, if I want to change the background, you go up to the slide tab at the top and you click Change Background. Now, if you have an image you want to put in the background, you choose Image, or if you just want a color, you can choose a color to go in the background. I'm going to pick a light magenta purple. Now that's what my background looks like. If I wanted to change my font, I would get my text box up, highlight my name, and then go up to the fonts. And I can change the font. If it rechanges your box or resizes your box, you may need to make some adjustments to it. I want it all to be one line, so maybe I'll change it to that one and make my box a little bit bigger so that it's all on one line. Remember, only you are allowed to change the font, the background color, any of that stuff on your slide. Now, if you were adding a note to my slide, you would want to go up, click text box, and then make a little box to put your writing in. Now, if it's your text box and you're making the message in there, you can make the font whatever you'd like. Just make sure that you're not making it large. Like this is a size 14 font. I wouldn't make it much bigger or other people won't have much room to add. So I'm going to say, because I'm sure you're all going to think this, Mrs. Green is the funniest teacher I've ever had. I'm sure you all think that, right? Then I might resize the box a little bit so I make sure I leave lots of room for other people. If you wanted to add a picture to somebody's, I would suggest going up to the top, open a new tab, and type in what you want to add as a picture. So since I love coffee, I might just search coffee pictures. And I click on the images and see what kind of coffee images come up. Ooh, that's super cute with the flower design. Okay, so I'm going to two-finger click it to copy the image. Then I'll go back to my slide and I'll two-finger click again and paste my image. I love it. Super cute. You can even change the border that goes around the picture. Now it has dots instead of just a regular border. So those are the kind of things you could do. Add a little note, add a little memory, add a picture, maybe even just a word. So you might want to, something that I love that you guys probably already know about, I would just put in the word yoga because I love yoga. And since it's just one word, I'd make it bigger. I'd probably bold it and change the font to something kind of artsy, maybe something like that. So those are just some different options of things you can do. Remember, you have to write or type or put a picture on at least 3 different people. And if you'll look, we have slides for every single person in the classroom. So you have to pick at least 3 people that you want to say something about. And those 3 people or more, you need to add at least 2 things to their slide. Remember, no more than 1 picture. And remember, if you want to write on more than 3, you may. I'm going to ask you in the Google form to report to me who are your 3 people that you picked and what did you say on their slides. So make sure you're paying attention. Okay, if you have any questions, you can bring them to our Google Meet this afternoon. That's your only reading assignment for today, so take it seriously and do a good job. I can't wait to see what everybody does and says.